Lying on our back for your arm balancing class this morning. You don't need any props. You're welcome to use the block later on when we move into our peak pose Bakasana crow. Otherwise, we'll just be easing into the hips and warming up for arm balances. So when you're ready, lying down with the soles of your feet together in a lying down butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Resting your arms down to your sides with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Flatten your shoulder blades so they sit comfortably underneath your back, no tension in your neck. At any point this gets a little bit strong for the hips, just lie with your legs straight or legs in a crossed position. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breath. And on this Sunday morning, just checking into how you're feeling today. Let's take 5 long, deep breaths here, just to settle into our mats. And when you're ready, gently bringing the knees together and hugging both knees into your chest. Placing your right hand on the front of your right knee and left hand on the left knee. Begin to circle the knees around, opening the knees apart, and then circling the legs to just slowly start to warm up into the hips as we move through a lot of external rotation poses today to move into our Bakasana crow. And then when you're ready, change direction and circle your knees the other way. And then slowly bringing knees together, take hold of your feet and move into a happy baby pose, bringing the knees to the sides of your ribs, feeling a little bit of an opening through the inner thighs and groins. You might want to be still here or rock a little from side to side if it feels good. And keep relaxing your shoulders back onto the mat. From here, we'll keep holding the right foot and release the left foot or left leg straight along the mat, whatever feels comfortable for you this morning. Increase the happy baby stretch on the right by drawing the right knee down a little bit deeper. Then we'll take hold of the right foot with the left hand and bring your right shin across your body into a lying down pigeon pose. With your right hand, you can gently press the right thigh away from you to feel a little opening into the glute and the outer hip now. And just take a few breaths into that stretch. Moving back into our one-legged happy baby, take hold of the right foot with the right hand, opening your leg out to the side. And one more time, bring it across into your lying down pigeon pose and gently guide that leg out into external rotation. From here, we float the left leg up and connect the left thigh with your right ankle, and then come into your figure 4 pose, taking hold of the back of the left thigh or shin. Resting the shoulders back on the mat, no tension in your neck. Take a few deep breaths here into your figure 4 pose. From here, gently bring your arms out to the sides and take a twisted figure 4 by twisting your knees, your feet over to the left, grounding the right sole of the foot onto the mat, and gently pressing the right thigh up towards the ceiling. Relaxing into that twist. Option to turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Gently coming back to center, release the legs and move back into happy baby pose, taking hold of both feet and drawing the knees down towards the sides of your body. Rocking it out or staying still and grounded here in your happy baby pose. To the other side, we keep holding onto the left foot and ground the right leg or foot onto the mat. Increase the stretch of your happy baby on the left. Draw that left knee in a little bit closer. Moving into our lying down pigeon, right hand takes hold of the left foot as you gently press the left thigh out. Feeling a little stretch into the glute, opening up for external rotation. And then left hand takes hold of the foot, back to one-legged happy baby, drawing that knee down, feeling stretch through inner thigh and groin. And last time, back into your lying down pigeon pose. From here, coming into figure 4, floating the right thigh up, connecting with your left ankle, and taking hold of the back of your right thigh or shin, finding your figure 4 pose. Resting the shoulders back on the mat. Nice deep breaths here. Bringing your arms out to the sides, let's take that into a twist, twisting the knees and feet over to the right, moving into twisted figure 4 pose, and maybe turning your gaze towards the left and just taking a few breaths to relax into that twist. Gently, we bring ourselves back to center and hugging both knees together towards your chest. Nice big hug. From here, we're wrapping the right thigh over the left thigh. So cross right thigh over left. And we're moving into cow face pose like we did yesterday, Gomukhasana, lying on our back. So curl your head up for a moment. Take hold of your shins or your ankles. I like to hold with my palms facing up to the ceiling so the shoulders can relax. And then lying back down onto your back, resting the shoulders, feeling a nice deep stretch into those hips. From here, keeping the legs wrapped, cross your left elbow over your right elbow. We're taking eagle arms and then wrapping the palms together if that's comfortable and curling your head up to squeeze your elbows to the inside of your right knee. Rounding the spine, engaging the abdominal muscles. Feel that rounding between the shoulder blades. Inhale to open knees and elbows away from one another. And exhale to crunch as you round of the spine and lift up. Inhale to open. Exhale to round and crunch up, working into those tummy muscles. One more time. Inhale to open, knees and elbows apart. And exhale to round and crunch up, nice and compact. And then gently release arms and legs, hug both knees back into the chest. We'll feel that on the other side, wrapping your left thigh over your right thigh, bending the knees, curling your head up and taking hold of the shins, ankles, calves, wherever feels comfortable, and then lying back down to feel a nice stretch into the hips. And from here, we're wrapping the right arm over the left arm and bringing hands together. Taking a breath in, exhale to curl the head off the ground, squeezing your elbows to the inside of your left knee. Inhale as we open knees and elbows apart, and exhale to round and crunch up. Round the spine, round the shoulder blades. Inhale to open. Exhale to round and crunch up, nice and compact. One more time. Inhale, opening knees and elbows apart. Exhale, rounding to crunch up, holding there for one more breath. And releasing to hug knees to chest, bringing the head back down, soften any tension from your neck and shoulders. From here, we're moving into a lying down version of our Bakasana crow pose. So with big toes together, open the knees apart, externally rotating the hips. Stretch your arms up towards the ceiling and press your hands up. From here, curl your head off the mat and bring your shoulders to the insides of your knees. Press through your hands and squeeze your knees to your upper arms. Good. From here, keep squeezing as you stretch your left leg forwards. Keep squeezing your right knee to your right tricep, shoulder, wherever it's taking hold. And inhale, bring the left knee back. Then the right leg extends away. Go on squeezing left knee towards your left shoulder, nice and tight. And inhale, bring it back. One more time. Just lift your shoulders and squeeze knees to upper arms. Take one more breath here and you're lying down crow. And then hug knees to chest. And relaxing back down. Well done. Roll your head from left to right. Just soften your neck. Relax the shoulders. From here, take hold of the back of your knees and roll up to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together in your butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen your spine, and gently press the thighs down to feel that opening into the hips. Option to forward fold here and allow a little bit more rounding in the spine. Or stay sitting upright if that feels better this morning. Gently coming back up to seated. Extend your left leg forwards and bring your right sole of your foot to touch your left inner thigh. One-legged forward fold, Janu Sirsasana. We did this one yesterday. Inhale, reaching up through your arms, lengthen the sides of your body, and exhale to forward fold over your left leg. Hands either grounding onto the shin, ankle, or on holding outer edges of the feet. Take a breath in to lift your chest and lengthen spine. You can stay here if this feels best for you this morning, or exhale to round the back a little bit into a forward fold. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Reach both arms up overhead and take your right hand back behind you with your fingertips pointing to the back of your mat. Press up onto your right knee as you sweep your left arm overhead, pressing up into a kneeling plank, and then slowly releasing back to seated. Bringing soles of feet back together, back into butterfly butter konasana, and sitting up nice and tall. To the other side, we extend your right leg forwards and bring the left sole of foot to touch the right inner thigh. Inhale as we breathe, both arms up, inhale. And exhale to forward fold over the right leg, holding shin, ankle, or outer edges of feet. Inhale to lift your chest, lengthen your spine. And then exhale gently, forward fold if you're going any deeper. Inhale to lift the chest, halfway lift, reach both arms up. And then your left hand grounds behind you with the fingers pointing back. Press up onto your left knee, kneeling side plank. Press up through the hips, reach through the top arm, push through your bottom hand, take a breath. And exhale to lower the hips back to the ground. Bringing soles of feet back together into Baddha Konasana. So from here, we're moving into our seated version of crow pose, so we can feel the shapes and actions we're creating without having to be on our hands the whole time and exhaust our wrists and arms. So from here, bring your knees up, curl back with your sit bones, float your legs up to like a bent knee boat pose. From here, keep big toes together, open your knees out to the sides, and then draw your knees in, round your spine, and squeeze your knees to your upper arms. Good. Feel the rounding between your shoulder blades, knees to the outer arms, and then press into your hands. Take a breath here, and then bring your legs back into boat pose. Thighs extend away. Maybe you want to straighten your legs or keep them bent. And then one more time, big toes together, knees out to the sides, round the spine, curl, tuck the tailbone, press into your hands, go on squeezing your knees to your upper arms. Good, lovely. And then release as you rock forwards onto all fours, bringing hands underneath shoulders and knees underneath your hips. Be aware of your hands as you spread your fingers, open through the palms. As we move through a cat-cow, let's take a breath in. And on your exhale, round your spine, gaze to the belly button and press down through your hands, strongly feeling that rounding into the back. Inhale brings you forwards to lift your chest, gentle arch in the back as you lightly draw your shoulders down. Exhale, we round the spine, scoop the tailbone underneath you, press through your hands. Nice big stretch. And inhale brings you forwards, gentle arch, lift the chest. Exhale as we round through the spine. Really feel that Flexion in the spine, prepping us for a rounded back in crow. Last time we inhale, lengthen forwards. And exhale as we round. Holding your cat stretch, look gently forwards past your hands and then lean forwards over your wrists. Feeling a little stretch coming into the wrist and getting the action of looking forwards, leaning forwards for arm balancing. And then gently release and uncurl back into a neutral spine position. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. And exhale, bring your right knee to your right upper arm. See if you can feel that same squeeze of your knee squeezing to the upper arm. Inhale, kick it back. And once again, knee to upper arm. Feeling where we're going to hook that knee for Bakasana. Inhale to kick back. Last time, hook knee to right upper arm. Keep the squeeze now. Look forwards again. Lean forwards over your wrist as if you're like a one-legged crow here. Take a big step forwards with that right foot. Coming into a lizard pose. And in your lizard, your back knee can be straight or knee bent on the ground, whatever feels good for you. Gently squeeze your right knee to your right upper arm. Take a breath here. Straighten the back leg and then step forwards into a wide-legged squat. So stepping your feet forwards, squat down into Malasana and start to feel a little stretch opening through your inner thighs and groins as we work these shapes to enter our Bakasana crow pose. Ground the hands and take a step back with the right foot. Ground the right knee. Bring your hands in a little bit closer to kick your left leg back behind you, and we'll move to the other side. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Hook the knee as high as you can on your upper arm. Inhale to kick it back. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm, squeezing that knee in. Inhale to kick back. Last time, knee to upper arm. Hook it there, look forwards. Lean forwards over your wrists as if you're doing crow with one leg. Good, take a big step forwards with that left foot. And then maybe walk yourself into a lizard pose. Hands come forwards a bit. Squeeze your left knee to your left upper arm. Feel that clamping action of your knee squeezing to the arm. Tuck the back toe, straighten the back knee to take a big step forwards. Once again, Malasana squat. Feet are turned out. Nice and round through the back. Gently feeling a stretch through the inner legs. Push down through the heels as you rise up to standing. And from here, keep your feet as they are. As you pivot on the balls of your feet, twist to the back of the mat with your thighs crossed over, and then take a little squat. Curtsy squat, sweep arms back, sit low. Inhales, pivot on the balls of the feet, circling back around, and to the other side, curtsy squat, thighs crossed, arms sweeps back. Inhale brings you all the way back to center, and then step your feet together, Tadasana, releasing arms to your sides. Take a moment to ground through the soles of your feet, lift through your chest, and come back to your breath. We're moving into a chair pose. So when you're ready, bend in the knees, brush fingertips across the ground, sit back and low into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Continue to lower to come into a squat, low Malasana, this time with feet together, knees out to the side. Bring your shoulders between your knees and round through the spine. Ground your hands then on either side of the feet and take a little jump, if you're comfortable to, into plank. Otherwise, step it back. Strong, straight arms. And then push through the hands to move back into downward facing dog. First downward dog of the day. Do whatever feels good. If you wish to pedal out your feet or bend and stretch your knees, take a few breaths here in your down dog. Coming into three-legged dog, right leg rises up, inhale. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm, hook knee to your tricep. Inhale to kick it back. Good. Exhale, right knee to upper arm. You know where to hook that knee now. And inhale to kick it back. One more time, right knee to right upper arm, look forward. See if you can lean a little bit more forwards onto your hands. Yes, kick back into three-legged dog. Back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forwards. See if you want to jump between your hands. Are you ready? Jumping forwards, low squat, malasana, sit low. Nice. Push down through the heels into chair pose. Rise up to standing, high mountain. And release your arms to your sides. Come back to your breath. We'll feel that on the other side in a moment. And off we flow, bending the knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, sit your way back into your heels, sit back and low. Continue to lower into Malasana squat, knees open, feet stay together, bring shoulders between the knees. Getting more round, more compact. Then bring your hands to the outsides to prepare to take a little jump back into plank, otherwise step. Nice, and a slow, strong push, moving back into downward facing dog. To the other side, we take the left leg up for three-legged dog, bringing left knee to left upper arm. You ready? Exhale, hook left knee to left upper arm, squeeze it in tight. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm, squeeze it in. Inhale, kick back. Last time, left knee to left upper arm, hold it there, look forward, see if you can lean forward a little bit more into your hands. Yes, kicking back. Three-legged dog and back into downward facing dog. Well done. Bend your knees, look forwards. Prepare to launch and jump forwards between your hands. Look forwards, lean forwards and jump, little Malasana squat. Bringing your shoulders between the knees, squat low. Press down into the heels, Utkatasana, chair pose. Rise back up to standing, high mountain. And release arms to your sides. Good, shake it up, release. Back into Tadasana. Ready to flow. Inhale, arms up, high mountain. And forward fold, Uttanasana. Hands in line with feet. Back of the neck relaxes. Bend the knees a little if you need to. Hands to shins, halfway lift. And rounding through the hands, take a step or continue to jump back into plank. And slow, strong push into downward facing dog. The right leg rises for three-legged dog and take a step forwards between your hands. Low lunge. Bring your hands to the inside of the right foot and turn to the side of your mat into a Skandasana. Sit a little deeper into your Skandasana. So if it's okay for you, maybe you're bringing your elbows down a little closer to the ground and feeling your right knee connecting with your right upper arm or shoulder. If that feels too strong, stay up a little bit higher. Inhale, walk your hands through the center to the left side. Right toes flexed up, bringing the elbows lower to the ground. Left knee is connecting with your left upper arm. Spine is round and compact. Turn to the back of the mat and take a step back into downward facing dog. And just stretch out in your downward dog, pressing through the hands, facing the back of the mat. We'll bring that back around through the other side. Left leg rises, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale to step forwards between your hands. Bring your hands to the inside of the left foot. Pivot on the right heel to turn into Skandasana. Again, nice and low into the hips. Feeling that stretch into the inner legs. Inhale, we walk through the center, transition to the other side, and sit low. Turning back to the front of the mat, and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of the mat, option to walk, step, or maybe continue to jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Rise back up to standing. Hastasana, high mountain. And arms relaxed to your sides. Well done. Next, we'll be flowing through a moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. So when you're ready, we're going to take the arms up overhead with the palms clasped and the index finger pointing up. Ready? Inhale, arms up, clasp hands, pointer finger pointing up. Take a little side stretch over to the right and lean the hips over to the left. Little side stretch, just because it feels nice. Inhale, arms up, and little side stretch to the left. Inhale brings you up. Big step with the left foot to turn to the side of your mat. Goddess pose, pressing the thighs up, feeling that external rotation in the hips. Good. Moving into triangle, turn your right toes out 90 degrees, left toes turn in. Make sure those legs are nice and wide as you reach over to the right. Lengthen the sides, hand to shin, left arm up overhead, maybe a sense of leaning the shoulders back. Feeling stretches in inner thigh muscles to help us get low for Bakasana Crow. Beautiful. Transitioning through pyramid pose, turn on the ball of your back foot, square your hips to the front of the mat, pyramid pose. Moving into a low lunge, bend the back knee, lower the back knee down, inhale, arms up. Exhale to bring your arms down, and maybe this time you want to use without hands as you move to Skandasana. Hands to heart center as an option to take it a little bit further, a little bit more active. Squeeze right shoulder against right upper arm. Transition to the left, maybe not using hands, otherwise continue to use your hands through that transition. Squeezing left knee to the left upper arm. Good. Turn to the back of your mat, ground your back knee, low lunge, inhale, arms up. Nice. Exhale, arms down, straighten the front leg, pyramid pose. Beautiful. Ground your right back heel, open up for triangle on the left side now. Nice stretch in through the inner thighs, external rotation through the left leg. Lengthen the sides of the waist. Come up for goddess pose, turning both feet out to the side, opening out through those legs. Really press the thighs back. Beautiful. Take a big step back to the back of your mat. Arms up. And release arms down, facing the back of your mat. We bring it all the way back around in like a little semicircle, yes, like a half moon. Let's flow. Inhale, arms up, clasp the hands and reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Side stretch to the left. Inhale up. Side stretch to the right. Inhale up. Big step with the right foot to open up into goddess pose. And squat low. Open up those hips. Left foot turns out 90 degrees. Right toes turning to prepare for triangle pose. Reach to the left. Round hand to shin, ankle or floor, and open through the chest. Transitioning through pyramid pose as you turn on the ball of your back foot. Square your hips to the back of the mat, pyramid pose over your left leg. Moving into low lunge, ground the back knee. And inhale, arms up. Moving to Skandasana, hands through heart center, maybe pivoting on the feet to turn into your Skandasana pose. Squeeze left knee to left shoulder. Transition to the right. Squeezing right shoulder and right knee together. Turning back to the front of your mat to a low lunge, ground the back knee. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, straighten the front leg, pyramid pose. And moving back to triangle as you ground your back heel, right hand to right shin, turn your chest to the side, back into Trikonasana, triangle. Well done. Coming up for our goddess pose, inhale, come up, turn both feet out, squat low, goddess. Ready, press those thighs out. Step back to the front of your mat where your feet join together, arms up. And arms down, Tadasana, mountain pose. So that is your classic moon salutation. Bringing in some external rotation for those hips. We're going to take it a little bit further now. So coming into a standing figure four, bring hands to heart center. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh and squat down into a standing figure four pose. Feeling that external rotation in the left hip. Now with that left foot, take a big step to the side of the mat, goddess pose. Pressing the thighs out. Straighten your arms and legs and turn your feet parallel. And forward fold into a wide-legged standing forward fold. Just bringing your hands underneath your shoulders. Look forwards, as if your hands were the two bottom corners of a triangle. Your drishti is the top corner. So focus your drishti and that top corner of the triangle as you look forwards, lean forwards onto your hands and see if you want to rise to the balls of your feet. Gently rock it back. 2 more times like this. Look forwards. Feel that drishti and feel the lean forwards onto your hands. Can you feel how much you lean when you go forwards? And back. There's a lot of movement there. 1 more time. Look forwards and lean forwards. And then slowly bring it back. Right foot turns out for triangle. Turn the right foot in. Right hand to right shin. Open the chest, triangle pose. Feeling those stretches becoming easier and easier for those inner thighs. Turn to pyramid pose, turning on the ball of the back foot, fold to pyramid. Back knee grounds coming into a low lunge, inhale, arms up. We're going to take a step forwards into Malasana with feet together. You ready? Straighten the back knee, step forwards, Malasana squat. Opening the knees out to the side, and this time, see if you can bring your elbows towards the ground. So your elbows are getting closer to the floor, your knees are coming higher and higher up into your arms because we've warmed up all those muscles around your inner thighs in external rotation, getting round and compact. Good. Step the left foot back, turn to the side, Skandasana. Sitting a little deeper through your Skandasana. And we transition to the left, Skandasana to your left leg. Turning back into a low lunge facing the back of your mat. Low lunge on the left leg, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, pyramid pose. Straightening out your front leg. Ground the right back heel, triangle pose on the left side. Opening up through your chest. Beautiful. Coming up through goddess pose, turn the feet out, goddess squat. Beautiful. Step to the back of your mat, land feet together, arms up, inhale. Exhale, arms down. Good. Getting nice and flexy through the inner legs. Last time we bring it back. Bring hands to heart center. Cross right ankle over left thigh, figure four pose standing. Sit your weight back into the hips. With the right foot, you take a big step out into goddess pose. Nice and wide in those legs. Feel that opening into the hips. Should be feeling warmer and warmer. Beautiful. Turn your feet parallel, arms up, inhale to prepare as we forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Good. Hands land underneath your shoulders. Now remember, hands the bottom corners of the triangle, drishti the top corner. So you're looking forwards past your hands. You ready? Look forwards, lean forwards. Exhale, rock it back. Look forwards, lean forwards. Feel the shifting of your weight and how we need to lean. One more time. Look forwards, lean forwards. Nice and strong through those arms. And bring it back. Well done. Triangle to the left. Left toes turn out. Left hand to left shin. Opening up Trikonasana. Beautiful. To pyramid pose, turn on the ball of the right foot. Square off the hips. Pyramid pose over the left. Maybe taking into a little forward fold. Back knee grounds for low lunge. Inhale, arms up. We're going to prepare to step forwards into a malasana with feet together. Feet together, malasana squat, knees open wide. Bring shoulders between the knees and elbows towards the ground. Get a little lower, a little more compact. Taking a big step back with the right foot and then turning to the side, Skandasana on the left. Sitting deeper into those legs. Transition to the other side and Skandasana to the right. Turning back to the front of your mat for a low lunge, ground the back knee down. And inhale your arms up. Beautiful. Exhale, arms down to forward fold, pyramid pose, straightening the front leg. And last triangle as we ground the back heel, right hand to right shin, open up Trikonasana. Lovely. Come up for goddess pose. Last pressing back of those thighs. Hips feeling nice and warm now. Step to the front of your mat. Feet together, arms up, inhale. Exhale, arms down. Release. Tadasana. And just take a breath to ground. So now that our hips are nice and warmed up to squat nice and low to prepare for Bakasana. Our spine has been used to rounding and shoulder blades moving apart. And we've had a sense of looking forwards and leaning forwards. We put that all together now. If you would like a block, please take a block. Sorry, I'm just getting some water. All right, so with or without a block, come to squat down in Malasana. I'll take a block with you. If you're using a block, your feet are on the block. And then you're coming down to squat. Good. Be aware sleeves make this a whole lot more slippery. So if you have long sleeves on, good time to take them off. Bring your hands to the ground. And then bring your elbows lower towards the mat, like we felt in that last Malasana. From here, drag your hands back so they can't drag back anymore. You've almost wedged your arms below your knees and shins. Okay. Then from here, lift your chest and rise to the balls of your feet and look forwards, drishti. Look far ahead of you, and you may want to just snuggle your knees up a little bit higher. Start to lean forwards, look forwards. Feel that weight shift into your hands. And then once you've got your weight in your hands, try and lift one foot off the block or the floor. And then put it down, and then maybe the other foot off the block or the floor. Just start to feel that weight. And then take a little break. We're going to do it again. Come up to standing for a moment, just to stretch out. If you're working with straight arms, you want to start with straight arms and bring your knees a little bit more to your armpits, and then it's a much stronger lean past your wrists. All right. Otherwise, we're working with knees out to the sides. So if you want, continue with your block or take your block out from underneath you. Let's come down Malasana squat. Sit low. And if we're going knees on the outsides, drag your hands back, elbows are towards the floor. If you're starting with straight arms, come in with straight arms from the get-go. And knees more towards the armpits. Okay. Whichever version you're doing, from here, lift your chest, lean forwards, rise to your toes, and start to feel the weight transfer into your hands. Take it slow, 1 foot up at a time. Don't rush. Remember last week we also put a pillow in front of you so that you felt a little bit safer to lean forwards. So please remember, that helps a lot. Good. Look forwards, lean forwards. You want to take your hands shoulder distance apart, so hands much wider. For me, I actually bring my hands wider than my shoulders so I can pretend that I feel even broader in the arms. Hands nice and wide, yes. Give it another go. Slowly shift your weight forwards. Look forwards. Now take your time to float your feet. Those feet, your hands still wider apart. Your hands are together. Yes, exactly, exactly. That's it, Hida, nice. And if you're feeling like you've got a little bit of float there, maybe bring your big toes together. Nice, Nicole, I saw that. Maybe bring your big toes together and draw your heels up towards your bum. Nice, Stefan, nice straight arm version there. Very strong on the wrists. Nice, Anna. If you need to give your wrist a little breather and then go for it again, feel free to. Yes. Heels up towards the hips, hips up towards the hips. So you keep that tight little ball shape. Nice, Akili, that looks beautiful. Yes, Alicia, nice straight arms there. Awesome. Well done, everyone. And when you're done, have a seat on your bum with your legs crossed and just take a moment to ground and breathe. If you're still there, go for it. Last attempts. I know it's very addictive. Last attempts, otherwise sitting on your bum. Nice, Carmel, that's looking great. She much better with those hands wide. That's looking great. Yes. Yes, and you got lift off, she, yay. All right, nice, Hayda, well done. All right, come and sit with your legs crossed, sit up nice and tall. And just place your hands behind you with your fingertips pointing back and just lengthen through your spine. You've been very round and very compact. Let's just lift the chest. Take your left hand over to your right knee and take a little twist towards the right. And then place both hands back behind you. Just sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. And then right hand over to the left knee and take a gentle twist towards the left. Sitting tall. And then gently coming back to center. One more time, fingertips back behind you. Lift your chest, and this time maybe take it into a little back bend. Just feeling a nice opening through the front of your body. And then from here, we'll uncross the legs and ground the soles of your feet and recline down onto your back. Keeping the knees bent. Bring your feet underneath your knees and arms down to your sides. From here, pressing the hips up for bridge pose, pushing down through the heels, lifting up the hips nice and high. So take it into a little back bend. Lift your hips as high as possible. Lift, lift, lift. And then lower the hips back down. We'll do that 2 more times. And pushing down through the heels, pressing up through the hips. Lift your chest and keep looking straight up to the ceiling so you're not forcing your chin to your chest. Keep your neck in its natural curve. And then lowering the hips back down. And one more time, pressing down through the feet, lifting your hips up into bridge. And this time, if you want to interlace your fingers and softly tuck one shoulder underneath you at a time, try not to yank your hands down to your feet, but rather push your upper arms down into the ground to lift your chest and your hips a little higher. Neck is nice and natural, gaze straight up to the ceiling. And then slowly we release the bind of the hands if you've taken one and lower the hips back onto the ground. You can shuffle your feet the width of the mat and do a few windscreen wipers of knees side to side, or whatever feels good for your body in this moment to unwind and release on your Sunday morning. Any last poses that might feel good for your body. And when you're ready, you can get warm and ready for your final relaxation. when you're ready, straightening legs along the ground and letting your feet drop out to the sides. Palms facing up to the ceiling or wherever feels good for you. Take a moment to settle and feel completely comfortable, and then still in your Shavasana.